Hello, everybody. This is the Skywatcher Flextube 200p 8-inch Dobsonian with the Goto mount, the Dobsonian mount rather, with the Goto electronics. Just real quickly, I'm 54. I've had telescopes since I'm in my early teens, and I went back and forth on whether or not to get one of these Dobsonians, or I was looking into the Meade XT125, a Mac Cass, something that maybe is a little easy to transport, although I don't transport this all over the place, or I don't tend to. I may, and transport from the house to my backyard. But I got such a great deal on this that, and as you know, Dobsonian telescopes are probably the best. You get the best bang for the buck. And although it is a little larger and bulkier, due to the nature of the Flextube, it folds up very nicely. It's pretty compact. I have the Celestron power generator, so I'm pretty happy with it. Purpose of my video, there's not a lot on these on YouTube. There's a lot of 8, 10s, 12s, and so forth, and a lot of great videos that help me decide whether or not to get them. And again, the main reason why I got this one is the sale. I got it for almost 50% off. It was listed at $1,300. I got it for $700, so you can't pass that up. It's just a great, and I was really into deep space, and I'm looking forward to learning more and more about astrophotography and so forth. But just, I'm really excited. I can't wait to get this outside. But anyway, I wanted to do a quick video because there's a lot of videos out, like I said, on how to match up or to adjust, align your finder scope with your main unit. And I found the easiest way, and I'm right here in my living room. Luckily, my wife isn't mad that I have this big giant telescope in my living room, but I do have a home for it. But anyway, what I did, I just aligned the finder scope and the main tube. And what I did, I'll just zoom in here, is during the daytime, you find something out in the distance that you can use as a reference point. And what I did is I used this lamp post, the actual lamp head. And what I did is I went and I used the lowest power Plossl that I have, which is a 25. And first thing I did was I aligned the head of the lamppost in the crosshairs, and then I checked here, and I focus in to see how close it was, and it was off. So what I did, and this might sound like redundant, like, maybe I should have done this first, and perhaps that's true. I could have really spotted it first here, but I did for purpose of how you use this anyway. Is you want to use your finder scope first, because it's the widest field of view. It's easier to find what you're looking at. So I centered the head on here, and I checked here. It was off a little. It was off, it wasn't in view totally. So I centered the head of the lamppost head on the center of my viewfinder here. Then I went back here, and it was off, but it wasn't terribly off. So what I did is took these two knobs and slowly adjusted them. And as you adjust them, you see whatever it is you want to line up come into to or away, up or down, east or west, north or south of your center crosshairs. And you just keep moving them until the head of the lamppost is in the crosshairs and the head of the lamppost is in my main viewer, and now my finder scope and my telescope are aligned. So when I go outside, if I'm not using the Goto, if I just want to use the finder scope, it is aligned. But there's sometimes that things are a little off and you might have to adjust it and so forth. So it makes it a lot easier to use. So hope this helps. I got a lot more learning to do on this. I'm looking forward to it. This again, by nature of the light gathering, these give you the best bang for the buck. You can see there's that gigantic 8-inch parabolic mirror that brings in an awful lot of light, and that light shoots up and it is gathered and organized into a spot by the secondary mirror here, and that is what your lens focuses in on, which is like this is sort of like a microscope, and this magnifies the image of all that light that's reflected from this big mirror to the secondary mirror, and that's how you see your image. So really fantastic. So if you're on the fence and you don't mind maybe a little larger telescope as opposed to a tripod, I didn't like the tripods over the years because with kids, even when I put them, I fold them up, or I don't want to put them in a closet. I like to keep my telescope out, but the telescope, the tripods, they always ended up getting knocked over, and that's how my last reflector after 15 years finally went. It got knocked over, the tube got bent, and that was it. It would never collimate. So, but anyway, Dobsonians. Now you don't have to go for the Skywatcher for the SyncScan electronics. You can get this unit, this 8-inch, without the SyncScan, the regular Goto. You can get a plain Dobsonian just like this for under $500. So this really is the best bang for the buck for getting into even if you're an amateur. It's very simple. I highly recommend them. So, okay, any questions, comments, or you can help me out, please do feel free to leave me some comments. Thanks for watching.